Everyone, welcome from our Climate Resilience Initiative for week 2 of the stress break. I still see the numbers going up. We'll give it a minute or so before we begin. So nice to see you all for week 2. Just relax wherever you are and listen to your breathing. This is time to just take a break and take care of yourselves and wonderful Cheryl is going to be leading us, but let's give it a minute before everybody gets in here. Okay, everyone, let's get started. We have a great group here today. Hope you're joining us from all over California. It's a pleasure for me to introduce Cheryl Shah to you. You learned from her on Friday, and in case you missed it, you have another chance to learn from her golden pearls of wisdom. I got an opportunity to teach with Cheryl our climate resilience course last year at UC San Diego, and I'm really looking forward to teaching it with her again. She is just so wise and so compassionate and really puts you at ease as she's teaching, and you'll learn so much from her. So thank you everyone for being here, and today we have day 6 on deep listening. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Jyoti. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. And before we start, I just want to take maybe a minute or two of a pause. I often like to do it. I call it a transitioning practice. Just it's Monday, it's 7:30. We may have all had a long day. And so let's just get a little comfortable in our seats, maybe put our phones away. And let's take a few deep intentional inhales followed by audible releasing exhales for about 3 cycles of breath. And now returning the breath back to its normal rhythm, inhaling and exhaling. Now maybe just checking in with your body, maybe noticing your feet on the ground, your back against the chair, a bed or a couch. Notice if there's any stress or tension anywhere in the body. Maybe the jaws are clenched and you just want to just release them a bit. Or if the shoulders are tight, we tend to hold a lot of stress there. Maybe just releasing them. You can send the breath in that direction or even give it a nice little touch. And just returning the attention back to this moment, back to one another. So, hi everyone. As Jyoti said, I'm here and I'm here to talk about deep listening. I teach mindfulness and self-compassion through UCSD, and I also do it for organizations as well. So, I want to ask you all a question, and you can put the answers in the chat. Do you ever find that when you're in a conversation and you're trying to talk to someone and they tend to, kind of interrupt you, like, oh, I remember when I did that, or oh, I want to help you, or or you just find that they're not really listening to necessarily understand what you're saying. Has anyone ever had an experience like that? I know I have. Most definitely. I've been that person. Yes, yes. Yeah, so that's a lot of common humanity here, right? And so, we've done it to others, as Fernando has said, and, we've had it done to us, and we don't like that, right? And so, what I find with deep listening is that, most people just want to be seen and heard, right? It's how we can connect with people, is what deep listening is really about. So, it's really about listening to understand, right? And so, what I want to do is guide you through a practice. It's called giving and receiving practice. And it's really, it's helpful when you're in a conversation to, sometimes practice this meditation, not as a meditation, but, as a pause. And then I'll give you some more tips when the practice is actually over. So if you all want to get comfortable in your seats, you can have the eyes open or closed. And if they're open or partially open, maybe you have a soft gaze downward. Let's begin by taking a few deep, relaxing breaths. Just noticing how your breath nourishes your body as you inhale and soothes your body as you exhale. And now letting your breathing find its own natural rhythm. Feeling the physical sensations of breathing in and breathing out. You notice the expansion of the rib cage, abdomen, and chest as you inhale, and the contraction as you exhale. And if you like, allowing yourself to be internally rocked and caressed by the rhythm of your breathing. And now focusing your attention on your in breath only, letting yourself savor the sensation of breathing in, one breath after another. Perhaps noticing how the in breath energizes your body. And if you like, as you breathe in, breathing in kindness and compassion for yourself. Just feeling the quality of kindness and compassion as you breathe in. Or if you prefer, letting a word or image of kindness ride on your breathing. And when you're ready, shifting your focus to your out breath, feeling your body breathing out, feeling the ease and relaxation of the body exhaling. And as you breathe out, sending the ease and relaxation of your exhalation into the world. And if you wish, also sending out kindness and compassion with each out breath, one breath after another. And now focusing again on the sensation of breathing both in and out. Savoring the sensation of breathing in and the sensation of breathing out. Maybe breathing in for yourself, giving you some kindness or compassion. And on the exhale, breathing out, maybe for the world or someone else. Letting the in breath always be for yourself. Now, finding just the right balance at this moment of time between breathing in for yourself and out for others. Giving yourself permission to breathe in for yourself as often as you like, one breath after another. And when you feel that your cup is full and you're ready, you can begin to breathe out for others. And if you like, offering kindness and compassion along with your breathing. Letting go of any unnecessary effort and allowing this meditation to be as easy as breathing. Allowing your breath to flow in and out, like the waves of the ocean, flowing in and out, a limitless, boundless flow. And letting yourself be a part of this limitless, boundless flow, an ocean of kindness and compassion. And before we end this giving and receiving meditation practice, just taking a moment to reflect to yourselves what this experience was like for you and what do you feel right now? And then when you're ready, if the eyes are closed, opening them, bringing the attention back to one another. So, this giving and receiving practice is very helpful when we're trying to practice deep listening with someone. Sometimes we need to give ourselves, if if we're struggling in the conversation, some compassion, or maybe a friend or a family member is telling you something that's hard to hear, and maybe you need to give them the exhale and send them compassion. So it's been very helpful for me to stay concentrated and really listen, and not get caught up in what's going on in my head. But I'd like to, ask you all, and you can put it in the chat, how was this practice for you, the giving and receiving, and even the giving yourself kindness and compassion or sending kindness and compassion out into the world? I would love to hear from some of you or all of you. Felt peaceful. Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful, much needed. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. But I had to intentionally think about the kindness and what the feeling looks like. Yeah. I like the two-way intention, much needed. I agree. Relax. Yeah. Grounded me. Was it challenging for people? That's normal too. All experiences are welcome here. Yeah, Laura felt distracted. I had to keep pulling myself back. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Ah, wonderful, Alyssa. Your mom is very wise. Yes. Great. So I do want to leave you with some other tips. So one thing when we're listening that's really helpful, and I'm going to actually put this in the chat. Oh shoot, let's see. It didn't work. Hold on. Let me have it on a Word doc. Hold on. There we go. So there's an acronym and it's called STOP, STOP. And so the S is to just silence ourselves and our chattering minds. So when we notice when we want to interrupt, okay, when we want to and a lot of times the intention is good, right? Like we want to tell someone we've had a similar experience or we want to help them. But many times, we need to give people space to say what they need to do. And then the T is for tuning in to our own emotions and thoughts. What's happening for us? Maybe we're distracted. Nowadays, many times people get on their phone when they're in a conversation, right? Maybe we're making an assumption and we have some biases. And then the O is for staying open, right, to what the other person is saying. Can we come from a place of curiosity and compassion, and being generous with our assumptions? Sometimes we get really stuck to our agenda of how we want a conversation to go. And then finally, the P is to stay present. And just like we focus on the breath in a breath meditation, when we're deep listening, the focus of our attention is on the person speaking. And so we just keep bringing ourselves back. Right? I think someone just said that I had to keep bringing myself back, right, during this last meditation, which is completely normal, right? We have so much going on in our lives and we're distracted that, our minds are working all the time. And so can we just keep coming back? And something that really, really helps a lot is, if you have a piece of, jewelry on your hands, a ring, I have a ring, and so I will touch it, or a necklace, or a watch. Something that sometimes if I feel like I'm super distracted or I'm in a really emotionally charged conversation, I'll just touch it and it brings me back into the present. And the same with kind of feeling the soles of your feet. And so I invite you, maybe this week, taking one or two of these tips, and practicing deep listening. Maybe start small. It doesn't have to be a hard conversation, but something with a friend, and see how you go. See, notice if you're where your mind is, if you're present. And so I'd like to just open it up to some questions or comments. You can put it in the chat, and we can talk.